Hello everybody. Today in this video I'm gonna teach you how to remember the brachial plexus and all of its branches in a very easy way. So let's start with that. So first let's start with the parts of the brachial plexus. The first part is a root. We have root, and then we have trunk, and then division, and then chords, and we have branches. So these are the parts of the brachial plexus. And if you want to remember these parts, then I have a mnemonic, and that is reach to drink cold beer. Okay, so reach to drink cold beer is the mnemonic to remember these parts of the brachial plexus. Now let's start with the roots. We have 5 roots: C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1. So these are the roots of the brachial plexus. For the trunk, bring these 2 lines from the upper 2 roots like this, and then join 2 lines from the lower 2 roots like this, and bring a single line from the middle one. So these are the trunk. Uppermost we have the upper trunk. Here we have the middle trunk, and then this is the lower trunk of the brachial plexus. For the division, we'll divide each of the trunk into 2 like that. I'm extremely sorry for the background noises. So we'll divide each trunk into 2 divisions: the ventral division, or we can also call it as anterior division, and then the dorsal division, or you can also call it as posterior division. Okay, so we have the ventral and dorsal, ventral and dorsals. These are all the divisions of the trunk of the brachial plexus. Now coming to chords, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring all these dorsal divisions to a point right here. Okay, so all these dorsal division are gonna join and form a trunk, form a chord. Okay, and then the ventral division of the upper 2 trunks will join them like this, and then bring the remaining, the ventral division of the lower trunk, and make a line like this. Okay, the uppermost is the lateral chord, this is the medial chord, and then this is the posterior chord. So these are the chords of the brachial plexus. Now coming to branches. Branches that's coming from the lateral chords, the mnemonic is L, M, L. So this is the mnemonic for the branches coming from the lateral chord. For the branches coming from the medial chord, we have M, 4M, and U. And branches for the coming from the posterior chords are ultra. Okay, so these are the mnemonics for the branches. So the branches coming from the lateral chords are, the first branch is lateral pectoral nerve. The second branch is musculocutaneous nerve. And the third branch coming from the lateral cord is lateral root of median nerve. Okay, so these are the branches arising from the lateral cord. Now coming to branches arising from the medial cords, the first aim is medial pectoral nerve. Second, we have medial root of median nerve. And then we have medial cutaneous nerve of arm. And then we have medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. And at last, U is for ulnar nerve. Okay, so these are all the branches arising from the medial cord of the brachial plexus. Now at last, coming to the branches arising from the posterior cord, we have the first U refers to upper subscapular nerve. And L is for lower subscapular nerve. T is for thoracodorsal nerve. R is for radial nerve. And A is for axillary nerve. So these are all the branches arising from the cords of the brachial plexus. Now there are certain other branches that have a different origin. Okay, so one of the nerve arises from the C5 root, and this is dorsal scapular nerve that's arise from the C5. And then another nerve arises from the C5, C6 and C7 roots. Okay, so C5, C6 and C7. So this nerve arises from these three roots, and this is the long thoracic nerve which supplies the serratus anterior muscle. Now there are two branches that arise from the upper trunk. One of them is suprascapular nerve, and then another one is nerve to subclavius. So these are the mnemonics to remember the brachial plexus. Thank you.